And I got another review for you guys, and we got the My Hero Academia Endeavor, also by McFarlane Toys. Just get into him because he's already had a package. But, so just first off, he practically gets not a lot of head articulation. That's actually more than he was looking up prior to me making the video. I must have loosened it up a little bit, but so he gets a little bit of up, and you essentially cannot look down. I would almost say this is kind of where his head's supposed to sit at. Maybe right there, but even when it's down like this, it still looks like he's looking up. Whatever, it is what it is. Despite the pauldrons with the flame on him, he actually gets above a T-pose, which is pretty cool. Those will kind of get in the way a little bit, but like for the most part, they really actually don't. Like he can still move his arms just fine. So that's pretty cool. And then he's got butterflies. He can move those back and forth. He's only got single jointed elbows, but it does twist at the elbow, which is cool. He does have a bicep, but it essentially doesn't work. Maybe I need to heat him up, but I just don't think it works, honestly. I think it's the way his muscle is sculpted and stuff. Like it's just not gonna move. And then his hands can hinge, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it hinges. Because of his gauntlets, it's pretty limited. I'm sure if you fidgeted with this, maybe you could get it to move, but honestly, I don't know. This hand, you're not getting. I guess if you twist it, you could get it to move like that, maybe. But this hand is very limited. Like it can only really do this. Like you can maybe kind of get it to twist, but it's a struggle. You might damage him trying to get it to move. Yeah. Also, I don't know why he needed a trigger hand. He essentially cannot move forward. I guess if you push him, he can kind of get forward. And I feel like a lot of McFarlane figures usually can get him to go back. He gets a little bit back, but nothing great. He's got a little bit of side to side. It's negligible. And you can get him to twist, though. I both, like his torso and at his hip, he'll turn. So, that's cool, I guess. He does not get a very good kick. And, you know, you can force it, but it will wear out this little diaper piece. Some of these diaper pieces are just super thick, so it just really hurts the articulation. And unlike a lot of McFarlane's, he can't really get a split, and it's because of these. Not that he needs to, but he's not going to do it. If you really forced it, you probably could, but there's really no reason to do that. He has pretty tight joints in general, but he has stuff that sits at weird angles because it's tight. So he's not like standing correctly. Oh, there we go. He's got double jointed knees. They're very, very crunchy. He's got a good bend though. That took quite a bit of effort, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's got a good bend. The ankles, because of this fire and how far it goes down, he doesn't get a lot of bend. Like it's pretty useless, honestly. Because of how it's designed though, he does get a little bit of pivot, so that's cool. And then he's got, oh, okay. I was like, I couldn't get it to move for a second. He does have toe articulation too though. It's almost seems to be ratcheted. But yeah, he's got a lot of see-through fire effects, which are also pretty cool. Like, I like that. Why won't this? It's really bothering me. I shouldn't be doing this so much on camera, but he just stand's kind of weird. It's the feet. But we're going to turn him around. You're like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? But he comes with a little stand. It says My Hero Academia. Cool, whatever. This is the only accessory he comes with. And that just pegs into his back. And I would go ahead and say, if you put this on and then try to articulate him, you're not going to have a good time. You also really can't even see it from the front anyways. So why couldn't we get fire effects for his hands instead? The amount of plastic used to make this, you probably could have made some thin fire effects for his hands. I don't know why that was decided against, but that's what they did. But let's get some scaling in there. Here he is with Lemillion. I feel like that's a pretty good scaling. And here he is with Stain. I can't remember really ever seeing them in the show together, so I don't know how well they really scale. But I think they look fine together. But yeah, overall, he's a really good looking figure. I think they implemented the translucent plastic well, and it looks cool, but his articulation is just lacking, to be honest. Also, the other thing with the translucent plastic is you can see through his feet, and you can see like the joints, which is kind of weird to me, but also the lack of fire effects really just, if you just thrown in fire effects, it would be so easy to just overlook him not having better articulation, but no. But yeah, if you get him for below retail, for sure worth it. I wouldn't pick him up for retail price or any more than retail, but if you really like him, and like, he's one of my favorite characters from My Hero Academia, but his figure is just, it leaves a lot to be desired. But yeah, I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. So unfortunately that was not the end of the video. It's kind of going back, but this, because I had this twisted for that pose he was in at the end, it bent this, and I'm assuming the more I continue to pose him, the more issues that's going to have. But that's, I guess, just kind of another thing about him. Like, he looks good. He's not a figure that's meant to be posed around a lot, in my opinion. He's a posable statue, if anything. But yeah, I felt I had to show you guys that, just so you know.